All right, y'all, I'm back. Tootie's Table is finally back. It has been an incredibly busy season this past week. The ministries that I work in beyond Tootie's Table we have been hitting on all cylinders. We worked a ministry at the church with Tri-State Youth Convention. Our Kitchen of Kindness at our church, I lead that. And my team, I'm telling you, we kicked it out. We fed some people. We fed approximately 100 a night. It was crazy, but you know what? We enjoyed it. We had fun. And now I'm back to business with you. So I want to get on this really quick because I don't want it to be super lengthy. But I'm going to talk to you today about a metabolism boosting juice. I have my words already and then they just leave me. So let's talk about what we're going to put in our juice, and then I'm going to make it really quick with you and talk to you a little bit about my juicer if you haven't already seen my juicer and heard me talk about it. But I have been studying immune boosting qualities of foods. Again, I am very convinced that we can heal our bodies, and our bodies will dump what it doesn't need, which includes excess weight. We do have to maintain good exercise. I will tell you, for the past year, almost year and a half now, I have been off my blood pressure medicine just from walking. I try to walk every day, but I'm going to say probably an average of 5 days a week. I try to walk at least 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, and it is hills and flat roads, both, that I walk on. But I do walk a little bit brisk. It's hard for somebody to walk with me sometimes because I like to walk fast. But I do believe that good sleep is also essential, and I am preaching to the choir right now because I do not get good sleep either. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to get a minimum of 7 hours sleep a night. That helps reduce stress, and because stress, let me tell you, will work on your body. So let's talk about the ingredients that are going to be in my juice, because y'all, I have got to the point where my body craves, it literally craves juices. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Thank you for popping on and joining me. I am going to be making a juice today, and this is a metabolism boosting juice. And let's talk about some of the ingredients. So first of all, celery. Let's talk about this guy right here. So celery is very low in calories, obviously. It has a very high content of water, which that water is going to aid in digestion. It's going to aid in hydration, both. And that's another problem I have, is hydration. I don't drink enough water. All right, but also it contains fiber. And what's fiber going to do? It's going to support that gut health and help clean you out a little bit better, okay? But let's talk about some of the other benefits of celery. Very rich in antioxidants, flavonoids, vitamin C. It supports that reduction of inflammation, and it helps to lower your blood pressure. So let's just keep that in mind. Celery is a good guy. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it so it'll be ready for us to juice here in just a minute. And I'm probably going to use the most of this stalk because he needs it. He's a little droopy, and I don't want to waste him. So there we go. All right, let's talk about the green apples now. All right, the green apples, what do they do for us? For our metabolism, green apples have a very low glycemic index and fiber, which helps regulate your blood sugar and digestion, okay? So our metabolism, our blood sugar, those are key components in helping us to be able to hopefully lose some of the excess fluids that we retain, as well as hopefully be able to manage our weight better. I don't like to use the word weight loss or lose weight, because honestly, if we treat our body like it's supposed to be treated, we put in it what we're supposed to put in it, then it will heal itself, and we will drop the excess of anything that it does not need, okay? Hannah says, you're tired. Okay, yes. I need to do better at sleeping as well. Hi, Brenda. It's good to see you pop on here. Girl, we go way back, don't we? All right, so that's our green apple benefits. Lots of metabolism benefits here, y'all. All right, so the next one, I've got my notes here because I didn't want to forget what I was going to say. I'm not that smart, okay? All right, now let's talk about the cucumber. All right, let's talk about the cucumber. And I'm afraid this guy is not its healthiest, and I have a backup plan if I open it and it's okay, because I have been cooking all week for the church, and so some of my vegetables have been neglected. So if they're not good, it's going in the garbage. But anyway, let's talk about the cucumber. What does it do for our metabolism? Very hydrating, and it contains compounds that aid in detoxification. High water content. Anything with a good water content is going to support digestion and metabolism. Very hydrating, very rich in antioxidants, those flavonoids as well as the tannins. It supports healthy skin because when you hydrate those cells, the cellular makeup of our body, our cellular system requires us to be hydrated. And it also, getting hydrated is going to help us to aid in digestion. That's what our cucumber does. Now, I'm having to do a cheater's way out with my limes because all my lemons and limes were either not any good, well, they were just not any good. We're just going to put it that way. So out they went, but I had some key lime juice that I'm going to use as a substitute while I talk to you about the limes. Limes, for our metabolism, they contain citrus acid, of course, and this will help boost your metabolism and aid in your digestion because it stimulates those digestive enzymes. You have these enzymes in your gut that need stimulating at times because we'll get a sluggish digestion happening. And so your limes and your lemons both will help with that. Okay, your limes also support healthy skin. Like I said, it also helps to prevent kidney stones. So if you deal with kidney stones, your limes and your lemons, squeeze them in a glass of water, drink them regular, drink that regular, and it will keep you from having so much issue with kidney stones. Now, it may not get rid of it. It depends on what your, what is your, the cause of your kidney stones, so to speak. So, y'all, the usual, I look in this thing and I think, my God, this hair. All right, so that was our limes. Now let's talk about honey. All right, so I have a grade A honey here. It is from Aldi's, my store, y'all. It is not a local honey. I will tell you that. This honey, no, it is not local. Local is what you want, but this is all I have, so it's better than nothing. Your local honey is going to help you with what your allergens that you suffer with during the changes of seasons, and it's just a good, healthy benefit overall when it's local. But this is not terrible for you by no means. It's still good for you, just not as good as your local honey. All right, what does honey do for your metabolism? One, it provides you with natural sugars. Natural sugars, these sugars that can give an energy boost without making your sugar spike. Honey, it contains enzymes that support digestion. Now, understand when I say it can give an energy boost without causing a rapid sugar spike. It depends on what kind of diabetic you are. You want to make sure with your doctor, if you're diabetic, that you are safe to digest honey. Now, keep in mind, we don't use a ton of honey in our juice. All right, we just do it enough to knock that bitter or what would you call it? It just helps to neutralize the flavors, okay? So this is the benefits of honey. Now let's talk about cinnamon. Now, all I have today is my good old generic cinnamon, and there's some much better brands of cinnamon. Shop for them. My favorites are the ones that I find at TJ Maxx and Ross. They carry some really nice cinnamons that I love, but I've used all mine, so I had to go down to Gabby's apartment and dig around her cabinets. Gabby, sorry if you're watching this. So we're going to talk about cinnamon, though. What does it do for our metabolism? So cinnamon may help, it's not going to work in this way, guaranteed for every single person, but hey, what we know, the knowledge of that we use, it can't hurt us, right? Cinnamon may help regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. It can aid in metabolism, and the percentages are really high with this. It also has thermogenic properties that may slightly boost your calorie burning. Cinnamon, and you'll see cinnamon in a lot of your juices that have to do with boosting your metabolism, aiding your digestion, and of course some of them will even throw out that weight loss term that I don't like to use. I just don't like to use those phrases because in my opinion, it's not about weight loss, it's about weight management, all right? So that's our cinnamon. Now, let's talk about our baby boy cayenne pepper. Y'all, this stuff is so incredible. Get organic if you can. That's what this one is. I'm on the ball with one of my seasonings. All right, cayenne pepper. It contains, probably not going to pronounce this right, capsaicin, C-A-P-S-A-I-C-I-N. Look it up. It can temporarily boost metabolism by increasing the thermogenesis, which is simply the heat production in your body. And this in turn can aid in calorie burning. I'm going to keep using that word can because I don't want anybody saying, but you said it would. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a professional. I just research, okay? So that's the benefits of our cayenne. And cayenne is such a, let me tell you something else about cayenne. Outside of the metabolism part, this, our vascular system, our blood vessels, they love cinnamon. Why? It helps dilate our vessels and our veins and helps that blood to flow more freely. If you have a really bad headache, put you a little pinch of cayenne under your tongue, wash it down with some water after you've let it sit there for a second, and it can help open up those blood vessels that are under so much pressure. It could be from the barometric pressure of the weather. It could just be from stress. Stress does some crazy things to our body. So this is what all is going to be in my juice. This is a weirdo juice, y'all. This is probably not going to be one that you like look on Pinterest and find, because this is one that's just a collaboration of my research, okay? And I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've done it. So I'm going to be doing it for the first time, and I'll give you some feedback on taste and all that as I do it. Okay, let's get right on to it. All right, so I have my nifty little juicer right here. If you can see it, I've got stuff all around it here. All right, so my juicer is a NutriBullet. It's got this little catcher of all the juices right here, the little pitcher catcher. And I simply unlock the top and pull it off to clean it. Everything comes off. This part comes out. I'll show you how to clean it. It's really cool. It has a blade. The blade is like a bowl. It pushes the, this little guy pushes all the vegetables and fruits down, down in there, and it's spinning, and it's gonna just help chop it up and send it on through into the bottom part. And then all of the pulp is caught in this ring right here. It's like a donut, but it's got a rim, okay? So about, I would say, 1.5 inches of space right here that it pushes all of it all, start all over. It pushes all of that into there, and then it drains out this little tube right here, okay? So we're gonna put all that in there. I wanna say this one runs about $100, maybe just a little bit more. You can, when you go shopping for juicers, you're gonna find all kinds. I'll tell you what I'm in the market for. I'm in the market for one that you don't have to pull all this off to clean out the pulp. It's got a little container over here that catches it. You just lift it off, dump it out, put it back on, and you don't have to take all this part, all this apart. So that's kind of what I'm in the market for right now. Heads up to my kids. Y'all can get it for me for Mother's Day, birthday, or Easter, Saturday, Mondays, whatever you want to call it. You can call any day a holiday. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to start off, I'm going to chop up. Everything is washed and ready, and I'm going to chop my, y'all, my Cuisinart knives. Y'all always comment on them. I love them. They're incredibly wonderful. I had a friend of mine who gifted me the whole set. All right, we're gonna do leaves and all. The tops look a little rough, so I'm gonna throw that out. Get our garbage can over here. And I'm going to chop up my celery. And I told you I was gonna use most all of it because he needs to be used. He's looking a little rough. The fresher your vegetables are, the fresher your juice will be. Keep that in mind. So mine could be a little bit lame, but at least I'm not fixing it for you. I'll be the one drinking it. I'm just wanting you to have the process. All right, it's gonna be a little noisy, so I'm gonna quit talking for a second while it runs its course. Smells so fresh. So I'm going to show you what one entire stalk of celery looks like. Oh, you're so sweet, Shelly Poole. I love you. She says my glasses and my hair look cute. Mercy. Y'all, the camera's lying to y'all. That's about how much juice a whole stalk of celery makes. It's actually kind of sad how much... you don't realize how little of juice that's in stuff. That's why it's important to really, really drink your water, because your fruits and vegetables are not going to be enough, okay? So just make sure of that. All right, now, oh, actually, that wasn't a whole stalk. I've got a little bit left here. I forgot it didn't all fit. All right. Let me pull this over here. I overshot. And I've got room to stick a little more stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is cut open this cucumber. I told you he might not be very good. We're going to see if he's any good. Sometimes once you open them, I love these English cucumbers. Do y'all like them? I think part of him's good. Part of him looks rough, and I'm just going to cut that part off. And I'm going to do skin and all because the skin's healthy. If your skin starts getting yuck, you don't want to use it. But I'm just going to cut it in half. And half again, so quarter it, and then I'm gonna cut all that part in half so it'll fit nicely down in here into my juicer. Enough that I can take my little plunger, I call it, and stick it in there. And here we go. All right, so keep in mind, that was the rest of my celery and some of that cucumber. And since I didn't have but about half of that English cucumber, I have some of these nice crispy cucumbers. Y'all like those in your salad? I do. They're so good. Y'all like cucumbers? I've got a son who can't eat cucumbers. He's allergic. His mouth will start swelling. Everything that's in the melon family, cucumber, watermelon, cantaloupe, all his favorites, and he's a super picky eater. He can't eat them anymore. And I'm trying to research to see what I can do to help him maybe overcome that allergy. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's so irritating for him because, like I said, he's very picky. All right. So we're going to do 2 more of those cucumbers. You know, there's only one more left in here. Let's just use it. Y'all, these are from Aldi's, and they're amazing, but they don't last long. 1 week, baby, at the most. And that's because Aldi's stuff does not have any or a lot of pesticides, if they use any at all, on the products. Not them, but whoever they buy from. All right, green apples. We're going to throw these green apples in. Get you a core-er. Is that what you call it? Core-er? I don't know. I teach science, not grammar. All right, here we go. We're going to core these babies up. I have been sprayed by apples all morning because I've been doing some other juicing as well, using red apples. And at one point, I had the whole front of me was sticky with apple. This has been a juicing day. I told you, my body craves it. Your body will too if you start drinking it, y'all. Your body's gonna love you. It's okay if you end up with seeds or whatever because your your thingamabob here is not going to let it go through anyway. Sometimes I cut it out, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. All right, we're going to push this on through. I'm going to show you how much juice I have so far, but I'm going to do 3 more green apples because I'm telling you right now, green apples, out of all the properties that are in this juice, your green apples and I would say your cayenne pepper are the most important agents here. Your green apple are the ones that it's a low glycemic content as well as a high fiber content, and so it's going to help regulate your blood sugar and digestion. And when you research this, it's not a can. It is a researched and proven that it will. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and well, that one didn't want to go through. I should have already had this done for you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better about making my videos not so long. The younger generation tells me I got to shorten them, so I'm working on it. I'm going to be doing a chicken salad later. Just a small batch of it. And I'm not going to do it live probably. I don't know. I may just record it. Whoops. That one did not go down the right way. That's going to make that all jacked up. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, it did pretty good. Whew, sometimes those are, the manpower those require is a lot. Look what I have so far, y'all. I mean, that's some crazy juice in those apples, which is good. That's a good thing, isn't it? All right, now what I'm going to do after I get my apples done, I'm going to pour it into this pitcher right here, my glass pitcher. Then I'm just going to add all my seasonings, my cinnamon, my cayenne, and my honey to the jar and stir it in, okay? You don't want to put all that through your juicer because if you do, it's going to get lost all in that stuff and it's not going to come out. So keep that in mind. My little pitcher. That's good. All right, so what I'm going to do is pour this into my pitcher. Y'all, those apples make a heaping ton of juice. Better than the cucumbers and the celery, that's for sure. All right, we just got a few apples. Then I'm going to show you how to do the seasonings and how much I'm going to use. And we're going to be done. One thing that I have learned about my juicer is that if I let it keep running after it's finished regurgitating everything, it has a blower in there that's actually pushing the juices out of the pulp to help get you your maximum juice content. So I kind of can peek in there and I can watch when the juice actually stops coming out. So I've learned to not turn it off so quick. You live and you learn with this stuff. All right, I'm going to throw this in. Now, one thing that you need to know about your juicer, if you haven't watched me before, you want to clean up pretty quick because you have the sticky from the natural sugars in this stuff that makes it hard to clean if you don't wash it pretty quick. It just washes a lot better. It doesn't stick so much to the appliance, okay? All right, now I'm going to take and I'm going to put some filtered water in here. Y'all hang on. Hang on with me. Okay, I'll finish filling it up later after I get off with you because I don't want to leave you hanging. And just for the purpose for you to kind of have an idea, well, that was great, Tawana. I'm telling you, I'm all juiced up. Let me tell you. Okay, this is a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and I'm gonna do about a half of that. I'm just using that because I was using it earlier, and I think I did almost a whole 1/4 because it came out so fast. Why not? We're just going to throw it in there. You adjust it to whatever you want. You know how everything's not going to come out either. It's going to stick to the inside. It's a little bit cohesive. All right. So it's probably a little less than a 1/4. And for your sake, I'm going to measure. I don't measure generally. Let me grab a teaspoon over here. Tablespoon or something. All right, let's see here. We will use a teaspoon of cayenne. You don't want to get crazy with your cayenne or it's hard to drink it. A teaspoon. I'm going to use a teaspoon of cayenne. It's a pretty level teaspoon. We're going to drop that in there. That is all you will need unless you are just lacking your spices. Let me tell you, because I love spices, and that's too much. If I go more than that. All right, cinnamon. We're only going to do about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Make sure that's my teaspoon. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to take a whisk, and I'm going to blend all this up, and I am going to fill it up the rest of the way with filtered water. And that, my friends, is our metabolism boosting juice. All right, so if you did not see all this and you want to know what all's going to be in it, I will be sitting down here in a little bit and adding it to my post, the recipe. I will also list the benefits of everything for you again. But thank you for joining me while I make it. And oh, let's taste it. Let's taste it. That way I can be like, oh no, y'all don't do this. Or I can be like, yes, y'all want to do this. It'd be a terrible waste, wouldn't it? A little bit of water because I want to finish filling this up with water. So I did my glass about half full, and I'm going to pour it in there. Let's see how it tastes. That's not too shabby, y'all. There's no overwhelming heat, no overwhelming sweet. It's different, but it's good. And if it'll boost my metabolism and help my gut health, I'm game. Not bad at all. Go make you some. Thank y'all for joining me. If you don't mind, share my video, comment on it, do all those things that kind of help me with this little thing I'm doing here. And I love you. And until next time.